This morning, as I do some of the chores, I wanted to leave a thought. You know, the law of the land, the law of God, not this jungle thing that we're seeing today that man has created, is what was required. You know, and I see everybody panicking and, how they owe bills and how they're burdened down and how we pretty much been put into slavery and have to sell our soul. Well, I don't know if it's sell our soul, but do what God doesn't want by not living off of the land that He has given us, but living in Mystery Babylon. You see, in the days of old, it was required of Jubilees. And it said when He's found, He was to restore 70 times 7. Well, if you think of 70 times 7, 49, it's Jubilee, the 49 and 50th year. Man of the world has failed by not granting us any Jubilee and setting us free from their bondage, where they have sold us for a very long time. So when man disobeys the Father will put His foot down, and there'll be a complete Jubilee. Their kingdom is removed. And the reason that this can happen is they've gotten too much pride and too much greed. You get to the point where the natural brute beast of man is selfish and wanting to rule over people instead of letting the Father rule over them. They want to bully them. And they trade people. Well, what happens when there's not a whole lot of people to trade on that market? Do you see it, y'all? God's going to see us through this. We are not to fear about man. He'll lead us and guide us. He always has. It's just sometimes when you've been disobedient, you can't really hear Him anymore. And He has to withdraw Himself to let you come to your wit's end. A lot of people can't handle that and, do things the Father doesn't want them to do. He's just wanting them to turn to Him, to depend on Him, and He can restore her back. The days of Egypt, when the lawlessness abound, not the law of God, of love, but the law of disobedience, is why they got the law. But if you place that yoke on your neck, that's going to be a burdensome millstone. We're to be made free by love. And I can tell you, your life witnessing, and it speaks for itself by how you do people and how you act, is what is required of the Father. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, these modern day churches, they're so judgmental. Exactly, and those are the ones Jesus spoke out against. Modern day Pharisees. And we see the Sadducees. So because of greed and selfishness, this kingdom will fall. Father is building the kingdom that is to come. He's already putting everything in place. Everything you've been through is for qualification of where you're going to fit in that kingdom by your faith. There will come a time where it says, we shall seek, but we shall not find them. And then when man's laid down to where they don't have rule and reign over each other, but God is the ultimate power, there'll finally be true peace on the earth. And those who mock and think that's not going to happen, is that what they thought in Babylon? Why do you think they call it Mystery Babylon? The 7 hills, the 7 continents. It's high time, everybody, all of us, including myself, turn to the Father and depend on Him. It is our free will nature to fear, oh, can I pay my bills? Oh, can I feed the children? Oh, can I feed my animals? We need to worry about that. The Father promised to take care of us. We need to have godly fear. They sure found that when Moses went on the mountain. And what they were doing is pretty much the same thing they're doing today. Godly fear is just as the Father, our dads. It's a fear of disappointing Him, wanting Him to be proud of you. Why wouldn't you want that good feeling? Why would you want to be disobedient and lawless and pay the penalty of sin when it's already done from the foundation of the world? We're told this in Genesis. I've said this before. Why is it so hard to want to do good? Pride, selfish, lying for your own benefit instead of your free will of standing up for your decisions of what you made and accepting the consequences for your actions. God's about to appear and show Himself, just as the days of Egypt. When you just talk to Him, you don't have to do nothing fancy. These churches, modern day churches, you know what? That's not what the Father requires. He wants to hear from you from the heart. He loves you more than you can ever even realize. I've laid in His hands, and people who are not believing in God, let me tell you, you have another thing coming. Sodom and Gomorrah, when He was pleading for them, and He looked at the city, He said, I am but dust. That's what will happen. Back to dust. We're made from the dust of the earth. What's going to happen is not what we've been taught. The Father will have mercy on those who shew mercy. If you shew no mercy, there'll be no mercy for you. I hope the Father is gentle and gives them the understanding, because everything we've been taught has been lied to. I hope He gives them mercy and allows them to truly see. And then Jesus wept when Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. He didn't weep because he was sad. Well, he was sad about Lazarus passing the earth. He wept because those people that saw his miracles still doubted him. They didn't have faith. Their faith of a mustard seed didn't grow into a mighty tree. We don't even have him here physically as they did. And look how many people that are speaking about the Father and his goodness, and how he's seeing them do things with their testimony. We have to wait till a level of truth, not the truth of the world. That's going away.